With the power vested in me as President of the United States, I pardon you. I pardon you this Thanksgiving. Go ahead, say something. There you go.
How free and brave is this country of ours? Well, I'll have you know that this is the land where turkeys get pardoned and humans get caged. And I mean caged for life. Even if they haven't committed any crimes? Yep, 0 crimes, 0 victims. It's truly disgusting.
So, folks, turkey is infrastructure. Peanut butter and jelly are going to help build back the butterball as we move along.
Hey guys, one of the reasons I promote things on my channel is because I use them. And I use them because I believe they benefit me. They help promote strength, endurance, and energy. Energy? I could use some freaking energy around here. A lot of nature's top fruits and vegetables that support a healthy heart, circulatory system, and high energy happen to be red. So come on, spit it out. Where do we get some of this red stuff? I drink Eternal Reds because it's got 8 specific foods that promotes energy. And these foods would be costly and time-consuming to get in your typical diet. So click the link in the description and grab some energy.
Resident corporate political puppet Joe Biden last week held a presser in the Rose Garden during which he issued pardons to turkeys. Yeah, turkeys. A silly diversionary White House tradition some trace back to 1863 when the White House reporter Noah Brooks claimed Lincoln granted clemency to a turkey during the first pardoning ceremony. Immediately after pardoning the turkeys, a reporter from the New York Post asked Biden if he would pardon the hundreds of thousands of folks in prison currently rotting away for crimes related to marijuana, highlighting the fact that America's cruel and violent war on drugs, which is really a war on people, is still alive and well. What'd Biden do? He laughed it off. The New York Post asked, quote, "Will you be pardoning any people in addition to turkeys?" Biden then pointed to a reporter and joked, you need a pardon?" As the Post reports in response to a follow-up question about whether he would free pot inmates whom he vowed to release during the 2020 Democratic presidential primary, Biden said, "Just turkeys." This is what the Post reported. Later in his remarks, Biden cracked that the birds had won the turkey presidential primary and said peanut butter and jelly, which are the names of the turkeys, were what I like for lunch. The president added that meat industry reps had picked the lucky turkeys to be spared based on their, quote, temperament, appearance, and, I suspect, VAXX status. Biden returned to the COVID-19 VAXX for another joke, saying, quote, "Instead of getting basted, these 2 turkeys are boosted." This kind of makes you wonder if this wasn't a thinly veiled jab, no pun intended, calling people turkeys who decided to just go ahead and set aside critical thinking and believe they're overlords and bow down at the altar of Jabbo. Then, appropriating a frequent line from his speeches about the social safety net, the president said that he would look the turkeys in the eye and say, "Everything's gonna be okay." The Post continued, "The lighthearted annual ceremony is salt in the wounds for prisoners who have held out hope that Biden would honor his commitment to free those jailed for marijuana crimes." Guys, these aren't really crimes at all. It's using a plant for your own benefit. Their supporters plan a weekend rally outside the White House urging clemency for humans. Here's how ridiculous this is. 41-year-old Luke Scarmazzo, who has served 14 years of a 22-year sentence for running a medical marijuana operation in California, said, "I haven't seen my family in years, and it's discouraging to know that the president is going to pardon 2 turkeys while I struggle through this pandemic in an overcrowded prison. There are many cannabis prisoners that deserve to go free for the holidays, but instead, we're going to watch a couple turkeys go free. Weldon Angelos, a co-founder of the group Mission Green and an organizer of the weekend rally at the White House, told the Post that, quote, "We are urging the president to eat the turkeys this year and pardon people, especially those who are serving prison time for cannabis or living a second-class life because of a felony conviction, while state after state continues to legalize and fatten the pockets of entrepreneurs." And here's how infuriating this is. As people rot away in cages while the President of the United States laughs at them for selling or having a plant, a man in New York recently found out that he won't be rotting in a cage for his actual criminal behavior. 20-year-old Christopher Belter raped and sexually assaulted 4 teenage girls at his affluent family's home in Lewiston between 2017 and 2018. And this is a matter of fact, as Belter himself admitted to it and pled guilty to the rape of 4 underage girls.
Through treatment and reflection, I've come to feel deep shame and regret for my actions. None of you deserve to be in this situation.
20-year-old Christopher Belter addressed the courtroom before sentencing for the rape and sexual assault of 4 teenage girls.
I know, though, that a scar will remain that will serve as a reminder of the evil of that night.
Some of his victims were in the courtroom for his sentencing when Niagara County Court Judge Matthew Murphy handed down his sentence of 8 years probation. That means Belter won't serve a day behind bars for the crimes that happened at his family's Lewiston home from 2017 to 2018. Belter was sentenced as an adult after Judge Murphy denied him youthful offender status for violating his probation by bypassing monitoring software on his computer to view pornography.
Niagara County Court Judge Matthew Murphy read out the sentence on Friday as Belter's victims sat in the courtroom watching in disbelief and disgust. While claiming that God told him that Belter shouldn't go to jail, Murphy handed down the admitted serial child rapist sentence of probation.
I agonized. I'm not ashamed to say that I actually prayed over what is the appropriate sentence in this case. Because there was great pain, there was great harm, there were multiple crimes committed in the case.
Attorney Steve Cohen represents one of the victims and is outraged with the sentence. Cohen says there were 0 consequences for violating his previous probation.
He is privileged, he comes from money, he is white. He's being sentenced as an adult appropriately, and for an adult to get away with these crimes without doing jail time is unjust.
His client was clearly upset and in tears when the sentence was read.
I believe she's in the bathroom throwing up right now. Excuse me.
During the sentencing, the prosecutor told the court calling the home where the acts occurred a party house was a disservice to all the victims.
It was not a party house case, Judge. It was a house sexual assault. That is what happened there. That is not something that we should look past.
The idea of an admitted serial rapist completely avoiding jail by itself is disgusting. But when we look at the sentences handed down to people for selling a plant and compare them to Belter's sentence, the situation becomes utterly infuriating. Case in point, Randall Cousineau. Unlike Belter, 69-year-old Randall Cousineau from Farmington, Maine, didn't rape anybody and had no victims. Yet he's now staring down a life sentence for what? Selling a plant in a state with legal marijuana. Between 2016 and July 2020, according to the documents filed in U.S. District Court, Cousineau sold around 1,000 kilograms of marijuana. Though the state allows recreational pot, Cousineau circumvented the proper state channels and therefore became an enemy of the state. The U.S. Attorney's Office said Cousineau made, quote, hundreds of thousands of dollars in profit from these illegal sales. Oh, the horror of it all. Now, this guy's going to go to jail for life, not because he left a victim, but because he sold a plant. He now faces life in prison and a $10 million fine after pleading guilty to selling the plant. So in our injustice system, serial child rapists walk free while entrepreneurs who sell a plant that helps millions of people face life in prison. This is the state of justice in the land of the free, home of the brave. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Hey guys, we know with the way things have been going, it can get really interesting really quick. So make sure you and your family have a long-term storable food supply. Support the channel and get $50 off with my link in the description while you still can.